Welcome back to Streamline Investigations. And we're just going to go into some points of view earlier on in the Gus Lamont case. So, myself and Ali were doing some digging, as well as Robert and Don. And obviously, there was a conversation about Gus being taken basically off the will, and that he was in line to own Oak Park Station. Could that be one of the reasons why, for some reason, he went missing? And it's quite incredible because so many people, even private messengers as well, who are not on, who watch my YouTube videos, but basically want to stay in the background, they're actually asking me whether basically Gus is real, due to the very, very questionable sort of pictures that have come out of him, the video. Which is quite odd at the time coming out. I mean, we were absolutely gobsmacked that there was actually a video of Gus, which we can see on the right there, and a picture of him in a car with its favorite dog. And then recently, we've seen a picture of Jessica, which we believe she's got a young one, Ronnie, in a stroller. It's just a very, very odd case because look, I've looked at absolutely everything in this case. I know Ali's doing some digging. We were on the phone today. The other thing I did want to talk about as well is basically Gus's date of birth. Surely, what we do, especially in missing kids space, a date of birth is very, very important. Just in case anybody wants to try to take Gus abroad. And this is where I think there's some kind of government agenda. When you don't get the date of birth, why don't they want to put it out there? Why is that of people of sort of put voters through Voter Finder and stuff like that, and there's not matches and nothing is coming up? I find that very, very strange. I really do. And Robert's done a lot of digging. He knows a lot of people in high positions, and still we're not getting answers. Number 3, Josie and Shannon selling Oak Park Farm Station. We heard in a news article they were thinking, because of what happened to Gus, that they're thinking of basically selling up. It's funny now because, like I said, I put it into AI, and now it's actually saying, which is fair enough, no official public confirmation states that Josie and Shannon Murray are actively listing or selling Oak Park Station. Maybe they're waiting for this case to go quiet. However, the 60,000 hectare remote chief station has been under intense operation pressure due to a major South Australian police investigation. The current situation around the owners and the property includes criminal investigation and suspect status. Obviously, that suspect wasn't named. And this major crime declaration was February 2026. And South Australian police reclassified the September 2025 decisions of the 4-year-old grandson Gus Lamont as a major crime, believes, before he was just missing. And obviously, station resident named suspect. They didn't name it as Robert, Josie, or Shannon either, which I find it really, really bizarre that no names were put out there. And obviously, the separate legal counsel, which we covered before, Shannon Murray's hired a separate defence lawyer. They'd issued a joint statement for the legal counsel expressing devastating and maintaining that initially cooperated fully. So if they did, why have they got solicitors involved? And why change in their statements, which the police have put out there and mentioned? Obviously, the firearms charged on the property. Josie Murray arrested on the 16th of February 2026. But they say arrested, but I'm sure Josie actually had to go to the police station. So it wasn't I don't think it was an official arrest. He was told to go into the police station because he drive in there and drive back. Bail status: Josie was granted police bail to return to the homestead ahead of a scheduled court appearance at the Peterborough Magistrates Court. But obviously that's actually changed court now, which I think it's really, really, really odd, to Adelaide now. Inheritance. This is the remote outback property located 40 km south of Yunta. Historically belonged to Shannon Murray's family. Josie and Shannon took over complete ownership following the death of Shannon's father, Vincent Pfeiffer, in 2004. Obviously, the big question I'm going to go back to is Gus not on the inheritance or taken off the inheritance. I found that's pretty strange. I think there's a lot more to this. There are people like Robert, like Ali, Don, and many others of you streamliners who are still digging for answers. But for me, timeline is very important in this case. Also, of basically Jessica leaving Opal Station. How many times she's left? You know, was she living in Adelaide at the time? Because, like I said, we've got friends of hers or people that know her said, you know, she wasn't living at Oak Park Station. Then we have people saying she was in the early part living at Oak Park Station. Yes, she may come and go for because of her mum and dad. But this story, it's almost, it just doesn't seem real. Even though the case is out there, it doesn't seem real because, like I said, there's so many things hidden that doesn't allow us to get our emotions involved in this, and that's what's scary. Let me know your thoughts, people, and don't forget to subscribe to Streamline and also Streamline Investigations. Appreciate you. Thank you.